In the quiet Bavarian countryside of Germany lies a story so chilling it has haunted generations. The Hinterkaifeck Murders, one of the most mysterious and gruesome killings in German history, took place in 1922. 6 members of the Gruber family were slaughtered in cold blood, but the killer was never found. Even more chilling, strange events before and after the murders still baffle investigators and the public to this day. The Gruber family lived a quiet, secluded life on their farm in Hinterkaifeck. They were hard-working, ordinary people. The family consisted of Andreas Gruber, his wife Chilia, their daughter Victoria, and her 2 children, Chilia and Joseph. But their peaceful existence would soon be shattered by an unimaginable horror. Before the brutal killings, unsettling things began happening around the farm. Andreas Gruber reported hearing strange noises in the attic, footsteps in the snow leading to the house, but not away. His concerns were dismissed by others, but he couldn't shake the feeling that something was terribly wrong. Then, on March 31st, 1922, tragedy struck. Chilia Gruber, Andreas's wife, was found dead in her bedroom, the victim of blunt force trauma. It seemed like a robbery gone wrong, but nothing had been stolen. The family was left to mourn, but no one could imagine what was to come. The family tried to move on, but a sense of dread settled over the farm. Andreas Gruber, now paranoid, began noticing more strange occurrences. He heard sounds coming from the barn and noticed unfamiliar footprints in the snow, but no one could explain who or what was causing them. On the evening of April 1st, 1922, the unthinkable happened. The entire Gruber family was found slaughtered in their home. Andreas Gruber, his daughter Victoria, her 2 children, and the maid were brutally murdered. The crime scene was horrific, with blood splattered across the walls and furniture. Despite the gruesome murder scene, there were no signs of forced entry. The family's killer must have been someone familiar, someone who knew the house well. And yet, no one saw or heard anything that could explain the slaughter. When the police arrived, they were baffled. There were no signs of struggle, no weapons found. And yet, the family had been gruesomely murdered. It was as if the killer had been living in the house with them, perhaps for days, without anyone noticing. As the investigation continued, another strange clue emerged: footprints in the snow. These footprints led from the woods to the farmhouse, but there were no prints leading away from the house. The killer had vanished into thin air. As the investigation unfolded, strange reports began to surface. Some of the investigators claimed to have heard whispering voices coming from the house, and several described seeing objects move on their own. It was as though the Gruber family's spirits were still trapped in their home, unable to rest. The family's maid, who was also murdered in the attack, had been hired only a short time before the killings. Some believe she may have known the killer, and there were rumors that she had been involved in strange, suspicious activities prior to the murders. The investigation into the Hinterkaifeck murders quickly grew cold. Despite numerous leads and suspects, no one was ever charged with the crime. The more the police dug, the deeper the mystery became. It was as if the answers were hidden in the shadows, just out of reach. Over the years, many suspects have been proposed, from disgruntled farmhands to local criminals. Some even speculated that a member of the Gruber family could have been involved. But no theory could explain the eerie circumstances surrounding the crime. Before the murders, the Grubers reported hearing strange noises in the house, footsteps in the attic, voices in the night, and the sound of doors creaking open on their own. Could the killer have been living in the house, hiding in plain sight? One of the prime suspects in the case was a neighbor named Lorenz Schlittenbauer. He was known to have had a troubled relationship with Victoria Gruber, and some speculated that he was the killer. But despite his suspicious behavior, there was never enough evidence to charge him. As time passed, the Hinterkaifeck farm was abandoned. No one dared to live there, and it fell into ruin. But the mystery never left, and the house became a symbol of the horror that unfolded within its walls. Strange sightings continued long after the murders. Some reported seeing ghostly figures in the windows of the house, while others claimed to hear the sounds of footsteps and whispering voices coming from the abandoned farmhouse. In 2007, researchers uncovered new evidence at the crime scene. A piece of cloth and a button were found near the barn, possibly belonging to the killer. Could this small clue finally lead to the identity of the murderer, or was it simply another dead end? No one knows for sure who was responsible for the Hinterkaifeck murders. The case remains one of the most haunting and baffling mysteries in German history. Perhaps the truth will never be known, and the killer will remain a shadow in the past. The Hinterkaifeck murders live on in infamy. The story has been passed down through generations, and the farmhouse remains a chilling reminder of the darkness that once filled its walls. The Hinterkaifeck murders remain an unsolved case to this day. Despite numerous theories, a series of investigations, and countless people attempting to crack the mystery, no one has ever been arrested or even officially identified as the killer. The case is as cold as the German winter nights when the murders took place. Over the years, a number of suspects have been put forward, but none have been proven to be the killer. The list includes local workers, distant relatives, and even former friends of the Gruber family. Each suspect adds to the twisted puzzle that continues to baffle investigators. Some believe the motive for the killings was rooted in a family dispute. Victoria Gruber's troubled relationships, including one with her neighbor, Lorenz Schlittenbauer, have led some to speculate that personal animosities played a role in the slaughter. Could family secrets have led to such horrific violence? The attic, where strange sounds had been heard before the murders, became a key focus of the investigation. The killer may have hidden in the attic, observing the Grubers before carrying out the grisly murders. This hidden space, now abandoned, is a haunting reminder of the evil that once lurked in the shadows. The maid who was killed alongside the Grubers was a young woman who had only been employed at the farm for a short time. Was she simply in the wrong place at the wrong time, or did she know something that could have helped solve the mystery? Her untimely death remains a haunting part of the story. One of the most puzzling aspects of the case were the footsteps in the snow, which led to the farm, but not away from it. These footprints suggest that the killer may have been trapped at the scene or had a sinister reason for not leaving. Were these footprints the killer's mistake or a deliberate attempt to confuse investigators? Some theories suggest that a witness may have seen something on the night of the murders, but chose not to speak up. Could someone have known the killer and stayed silent out of fear or complicity? The unanswered questions continue to haunt those who investigate this chilling case. Even after the murders, the Hinterkaifeck farm continued to be a source of strange and paranormal reports. Ghostly figures have been seen wandering the property, and some claim to hear whispers in the night. Could the souls of the Gruber family still be trapped in the farmhouse, seeking justice for their untimely deaths? Over the years, locals have reported hearing strange noises coming from the farm, long after it was abandoned. Some say they've seen shadowy figures moving through the fields, and others claim to have felt a chilling presence near the farmhouse. The ghost of Hinterkaifeck, it seems, will never fade. After the murders, the farm was abandoned. Over the years, it fell into decay. Its walls crumbled, its roof caved in, and its fields became overgrown with weeds. Yet, despite its physical decay, the mystery of what happened there remains as haunting as ever. Despite efforts to investigate the Hinterkaifeck murders, no one has ever been brought to justice. Over the years, various leads were pursued, but they all proved fruitless. The case has remained open, but it seems that the truth will never be uncovered. What were the final moments of the Gruber family like? Were they aware of the horror about to unfold? The chilling thought that they may have been aware of their fate makes the tragedy all the more horrific. To this day, the motive for the killings remains a mystery. Was it revenge? Greed? Or was it something far darker? A twisted mind acting without reason? The true motive for the murders remains one of the most puzzling aspects of the case. The Hinterkaifeck murders are more than just a crime. They are a story of unspeakable terror, where the victims' spirits may still roam the fields of their once peaceful farm. The truth remains elusive, and the haunting legacy of Hinterkaifeck lingers to this day. The Hinterkaifeck murders remain one of the most haunting and unsolved mysteries in history. As the years pass, the case remains open, the family's killer still unknown. The fear, the mystery, and the darkness of Hinterkaifeck live on, and perhaps they always will.